few viewers have mentioned this to me and sent links about witches doing some sort of spell on Donald Trump. And here is this headline from The Verge. Online witches recruit Lana Del Rey to put a spell on Donald Trump. Maybe. And it says Lana Del Rey has a new album coming out sometime soon, so it's fair to assume anything mysterious she does is just a way to remind you of that. But then it goes on to say here's the story last night. Lana Del Rey sent out a cryptic tweet that contained 4 dates in the phrase, ingredients can be found online. Here's the tweet. At the stroke of midnight, February 24th, March 26th, April 24th, May 23rd, and there's a heart, and then there's an ingredients can be found online, and a cake. In a Facebook group dedicated to the ritual, organizers note that this ritual is binding, not a hex or a curse. And then they say, in other words, this is not the equivalent of magically punching a Nazi. Rather, it's ripping the bullhorn from his hand, smashing his phone so he can't tweet, tying him up, and throwing him in the dark basement where he can't hurt anyone. All right, so this stuff actually works. Some of these different types of spells and curses and things like this. I'll get into that in just a second. Well, I've covered this before. They were promoting this on ABC show The Bachelor. I forget the singer's name that was doing some sort of witchcraft, and she was cleaning out her closet because she was slaughtering chickens in them. And so this is something that is done in Hollywood, voodoo and these types of things, witchcraft and all the rest of it. Now, there's a few things to know about it. Also, the spirit cooking with that woman, Marina Abramović. The first thing to know is this is not in any way, shape, or form to be considered spirituality. Spirituality is the pursuit of living your material life and dedicating it to connecting with God, first of all, and then serving God. And a lot of that has to do with accepting crappy circumstances and unfair things. You see the life of any spiritual person, and after a while, you just learn to let things run their course, even when things seem to go in an unfair way. But using your spiritual powers that you inevitably develop from meditation and discipline and austerities and things like this always goes badly for the person. If you're given spiritual abilities, whatever it might be, and when somebody is infused with divine energy, people are attracted to them and they can develop powers, and just things that they think come to be. And so the deeper you go into a spiritual process, the more disciplined your mind has to be, because you can start wishing for things that aren't part of your divine path, not part of your soul's path, and you don't have God's permission to manifest these things. And this is the fall of saints, the fall of angels, when they deviate from God's path for them, and then they start to manifest things that they're not supposed to. And so really the best thing is to just accept the world the way it is as best as you can and improve yourself. There's a reason Donald Trump is president. It's not just because of the Illuminati and these types of things. I mean, he's the kind of president that people deserve. And if Hillary Clinton was, it would be the same thing. But you can work on yourself, get closer to God, raise your vibrational level. Everybody can do that. And there would no longer be these types of candidates. There wouldn't be a Trump, there wouldn't be a Clinton. They would have leaders that are a reflection of the higher nature of the people that they're supposed to serve. And the other piece about this is any type of curse, any type of thing that people do against somebody, one, has some sort of backlash to the people doing it. And two, it only works if that's part of that person's destiny, that within their samskaric makeup, within their spiritual, whatever their spiritual burden is, their bondage on planet Earth, it has to be something that was going to happen to them anyway. Because if it wasn't, the curse and these things won't work. But regardless of any of this, Donald Trump's destiny and America's destiny as Trump as their president is definitely going to run its course. There's nothing that these people can do to change that. They could have changed it and not have him be elected at all. And so whatever they're planning here, whatever these things are, God's will is going to be done. And that's what everyone should pray for, that there's a plan here and we're in the down part of the plan. We're in a negative part of the plan. That's, just the way it is. Sometimes the bad guys win. Some periods in history, unfair things happen and people suffer. People always suffer it. And so you bear the suffering the best as you can. You try to work your way out of your circumstances. You try to improve yourself as a human being. You work on your character. You get closer to God. You use these sufferings to clean negative things out from you, and you move on and you move forward and you reach up. And that's the best thing to do. Everyone should do that. That's the best thing to make this world a better place. You don't kill the evil. What you do is you remove the evil that's within you. You don't worry about what's going on in the outside world. And most of these things aren't our business and our concern. People had a right to vote. They had the right to run for president themselves. They had a right to do these different things, get some power and control over this world. But most people don't want to do that because it's not fun. It's a toxic environment. But a higher developed spiritual being that's functioning on a higher vibrational level, is functioning on a higher plane of existence, and is receiving their orders directly from God, is being a servant or slave to God, is above all these types of things. You're on a different plane of activity, and these things don't affect you. Whatever you need to do, whatever you need to receive is coming from God. Whatever your work is, whatever circumstances that you have, God is giving you exactly what you need to fulfill your purpose in this world, get closer to God, and serve Him and do this work. And that is, to me, the highest level of human consciousness, and something that I pray that all people find their way to. All right, so this is Paul Romano reporting from the Apocalypse. Everybody have a blessed day.